My dear sisters and children, after Jesus sending his disciples to the various places where himself was to go, and he gave them authority to chase out devils, heal the sick, and preach the good news. Now the apostles returned, and after apostles returned, they told him all that they had done and taught. And Jesus says, what he says, please read Mark's Gospel, chapter 6:31. He said to them, come away to a deserted place. All by yourself and rest a while. And afterwards, what takes place? Today we will will not take into our meditation point or consider it, but we will meditate upon here. Why did Jesus say, rest a while? Why Jesus felt the importance of resting a while? What made Jesus to say, rest a while? Because we know resting is important from the beginning of God's creation. Because it is said God created the world in how many days? 6 days. What did he do on the seventh day? Rested. It was not because God needed rest, but because God wanted us to teach the importance of rest. And therefore only we observe the seventh day, that is Sunday, or we call it also Sabbath day, as a day of rest. Because Jesus is telling, come away and let us go to a lonely place. He is not telling that let us go to a crowded place or let us go into our house, but rather Jesus says, let us go to a lonely place. Why? Because in the modern world, we are becoming work alcoholic. What do you understand by work alcoholic? They drink work. Work alcoholic is drinking. Go after work every time. Many of our brethren who work in the SCCL on Sundays, they go for overtime because they get double payment. But they are not considering about taking rest. Even Jesus also, take Mark's Gospel, chapter 4, verse 38. It is said, what is it? Please read 4:38. But he was in the stern. Jesus was on the boat, and what he was doing? Asleep. Jesus himself was taking rest. Jesus, why? Because our physical body needs rest. And we need to give proper rest to our body. Our body is not a machine. Even the machines have to be given rest. Sometimes when we fail to give rest, even for our cars and buses, the putt-off breaks, or steering breaks, or brake fails. Why? Because we constantly use them. The more we use, they cannot tell, Malik, wait, I am tired. Thoda se dheere chalana, I am becoming hot. It has no mouth to express itself. And we fail to see the problem existing there. We continue to use as much as we want. And that when we want to use our body as much as we want, that's why we have heart attack, stroke, and leg pain, and chest pain, body pain. Why? We have failed to see that our body requires rest. That's why even Jesus, Jesus would have said to the body, okay, pain go away. He would have, because as a God, as a man who was able to do everything, he would have said to his body, no need of sleeping today. Sleep go away. If he had said, sleep might have gone away. But he felt the need of taking rest, and therefore only he said to his disciples, come away to your lonely place and take rest. But that doesn't mean there are sometimes always in rest. Always in rest. Beyond 7 hours, 12 hours, 14 hours sleeping and doing nothing. That also Jesus did not mean. Jesus worked, Jesus prayed, and Jesus took rest. And we have to follow Jesus, not our own timetable, and we do not have to justify ourselves. Do you know, yesterday whole day I was working, no, therefore today whole day I slept. That is nonsense. That we cannot take advantage of Jesus saying, Jesus also said, come to your lonely place and take rest. So therefore, let us understand the deeper meaning of rest. And whenever our body requires rest, let us give rest and let us work like Jesus, the mastermind who know the life's roadmap. Amen.